Good morning, children. Let me take a new lesson for 8th standard, that is atomic structure. You would have familiar in 6th standard and 7th standard what is atom, how it is its structure. Then let me explain structure. Then though we know, at present we know what are the subatomic particles, proton, neutron and electron, but they are not finding out in the same time, they are finding in different levels only. So how the atom come into existence, that we have to see in this lesson. As per the government order, some of the portions are reduced. So as per the reduced syllabus only I am taking the lesson to you. That is, entire lesson is not omitted, only some of the portions reduced. That is, in this lesson we have to take 12.1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7 omitted, and finally I have to go for 12.8. So let us start the first one, atomic structure. We know from the earlier classes we have studied, very first it was proposed by John Dalton, and he has given a structure. That structure is not accepted because of some differentiation between the different scientists. So according to John Dalton, the structure is, at present we have atomic structure like this. You would have familiar about this. What is atomic structure? In center, what is the nucleus? Around the nucleus, orbits. In the orbits, electrons are revolving around. In the center, proton, partially charged particle. Neutron, no charge, neutral. In the orbits, electrons. Electrons are arranged according to the formula, that is 2n square. 2 is the constant number. N is number of orbit. For example, first shell. First orbit means 2 into 1 into 1. Okay, 2 electron. In the second orbit, that is K. Next one is L. Second orbit, that is 2 is the constant number. N square 2 into 2. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8. Like that, electrons are arranged. These are known as orbits or shells. They are electrons, negatively charged particles. Clear? And this is proton, partially charged particle. Neutron, neutral particles. This is nucleus. So almost all the elements are made up of atoms only. Even in our body also we have our body is made up of atomic structure. Proton and electron are present in our thing also. So orbits, they are arranged. Okay, these are the fundamental particles of an atom. Very first atom was proposed by John Dalton. Very first who said about this? John Dalton. He is a scientist. He gave the atom model. And what all he found by his experiment, he gave us a concept. So according to the John Dalton, atom is indivisible particle. Atom is the very smallest particle. It is indivisible. What's the meaning of indivisible? It cannot be divided further. Once the atom is come into the thing, it cannot be divided further. He said like that. So let us see in the book. All the matters are made up of extremely small particles called atom. As per the Dalton theory, atomic theory, atom is very smallest particle. Okay, atom is very smallest particle. Atom of the same element are identical in all aspects. They are identical. Identical means what? Same. For example, oxygen. It has many oxygen atom. All the oxygen atoms are same. The first oxygen atom எப்படி பார்க்குறீங்களோ அதே போல தான் எல்லா ஆக்சிஜன் ஆட்டமும் இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு சொன்னார். They are identical. Second point. Third point is said, atom of different elements have different size, mass and possess different properties. He said all the atoms are same. For example, oxygen atoms, it has 1000 atoms also. All the 1000 atoms are identical. But different atoms have different different mass, different thing. For example, oxygen, carbon. So the structure of oxygen and carbon will not be same. The mass of the oxygen and carbon will not be same. They will be different. Different atom means they have different mass. Other thing and all is it proton, neutron, everything. This is third point. And the fourth point, what is said? Atom can neither be created nor be destroyed. You cannot make it of divide. Neither be created nor destroyed. Know the meaning of that? அது ஆக்கவும் முடியாது அழிக்கவும் முடியாதுன்னு சொல்கிறார். Created means உருவாக்குறது. Destroy. An atom is smallest particle of matter that take part in a chemical reaction. It takes part in chemical reaction. So what are the, he made an experiment and what are the things suggested by John Dalton? Atom is very smallest particle. It cannot be subdivided. Then all the atoms are identical. For example, oxygen, I say, oxygen, it has even 1000 atoms also. All the 1000 atoms are seems to be same. There should be no simple difference also. Different atoms have different structure, different atomic number, mass number, etc. Atoms can neither be created nor be destroyed. They take part in the chemical reaction. These are the concepts, these are the theories said by John Dalton. So, then advantages of after is some other scientists they came forward and they did the experiment according to the experiment. And before that we'll see, this explains the law of Dalton theory explains most of the properties of gases and liquids. According as per the theory, it is very highly applicable for gases and liquid. What are the three stages of matter? Solid, liquid and gas. It is all its points are applicable for all the gases and liquids. Moreover, they explain the law of chemical combination and law of conservation of mass. Conservation of mass and all you have studied already. Or else would have studied in higher classes. Chemical combination and conservation of mass. Combination means they are combining together. Conservation of mass, that is right side and left side after the reaction. You have seen means how much of elements you have taken for the experiment. The same amount of element will be produced in the product also. That is, reactant is equal to the product. Right side we are writing reactant, left side we are writing the product. Both will be same. This can be explained the chemical laws also. What are the chemical laws can be explained? That is, chemical combination, law of chemical combination, law of conservation of mass. Then what are the limitations of Dalton's atomic theory? So whatever it may be, it is not the final level. There is something it cannot explain. What are his points said, what are his theory, it cannot satisfy the other discussions. So he said, atom is no longer considered as the smallest indivisible particle. What he said, atom is indivisible particle, smallest, it cannot be subdivided. But as per the other scientist statement, atom can be subdivided. Smallest particle இருந்தால் கூட அதை கூட என்ன பண்ணலாங்கிறாங்க, இன்னும் கூட சின்னதாக நம்ம டிவைட் பண்ண முடியும். Atoms of the same element have different mass number. He said atoms of the same element are identical. They have similar proton number, proton, electron, neutron, everything. But there is no. They have the different mass number also. For example, chlorine, it has mass number 35 and 37. As per the statement of John Dalton, chlorine it has many things also, many particles also. Everyone should have 35 only. But here, in the chlorine, the first case, then 17 proton, 17 electron, neutron is 18. Okay. So, what is mass number? Proton plus neutron is known as what? Mass number. Atomic number is, number of protons only is known as what? Atomic number. As per John Dalton theory, the chlorine have same identical atoms. But here, chlorine have different identical atoms. One chlorine has 35 mass number, other chlorine atom has 37. So, how does it differ? Because it has both protons and electrons only, they differ in neutrons. Here, second case, 17 protons, 17 electron, no changes in that, but neutrons are different. 20 plus 17, 37. 17 plus 18, 35. Clear? So, it can be subdivided further. It is not identical because these things are known as isotope. Atoms have the same atomic number but different mass number. Those atoms are known as isotopes. And we say different atoms are different from that. It is also different because calcium and argon. Calcium formula is Ca, argon Ar. Both have atomic mass number 40 only. Calcium and argon, though they are different elements, as per his statement, different atoms have different properties and different atomic number, mass number. Here, calcium and argon both are different atoms only, but they have same mass number. So, in this concern also, John Dalton theory is not applicable. It becomes wrong. Okay. This is known as isobars. That is, the atoms have the same mass number, but they say same mass number and different atomic number. This is known as what? Isobar. This is isotope. Clear? And they have different properties also, because coal, graphite, diamond, all are made up of same carbon only. But coal is different from graphite, graphite is different from diamond. Is it they have the same properties? In this concern also, properties are not same. Like that, they say John Dalton theory is not applicable, but that should be changed. What all is said, they said no. These are the exemption. Our sonnapadi illa, idella exemption irukku solranga. So it is not accepted. Then other scientist, William Crookes. Who's that? William Crookes. He is the scientist who made the experiment in the discharge tube. Here, what he has taken the discharge tube. One side he placed anode, other side cathode. That is, one is negative terminal, other one is positive terminal. In between, he has sent the gas, whatever the gas may be, either air or gas. They has taken the gas in the discharge tube. Now, both are sealed. One side negative rod, other side is positive rod. Then he is sending the that is, very fastly he is sending the electricity. Because of that, the gases in the discharge tube, they decomposed and they started to move from one direction to another direction. That is, from the anode to cathode. Okay, because cathode to anode, first experiment. Because they started from the cathode and reaches in the anode, they came to know that particles are negative particles. They are cathode rays. They are given as electron. We will see what is the Crookes experiment. He is taking a discharge tube found certain visible rays are travelling between the two metal electrodes. What are the two metal electrodes? One is positive, other one is negative. These rays are known as Crookes rays because they are started and he has given name as what? Crookes rays. Crookes rays are cathode rays. The discharge tube used in the experiment is now known as cathode ray tube. Clear? So, now we will go for the experiment. What's experiment it is? Crookes experiment. He is taking two metal rod. One is positive, other one is negative. He has taken the gas, positive and negative rod. He is taking a discharge tube. The discharge tube is filled with gas or air and is releasing to electricity with what thing it is. And it's connected with the battery, 10,000 volts. 10,000 volts electric is supplied here. They decomposed and started to move from cathode to anode. The rays which are deflected is known as pass from cathode to anode. So, these rays are known as Crookes rays or else cathode rays. It is known as nothing else, it is electron negatively charged particle. This electron is negatively charged particle is named by Thomson, J.J. Thomson. Okay. And they said it is a subatomic particle of atom. When high electric voltage of 1000 volts or more applied to the electrode, a discharge could containing air or any gas at atmospheric pressure. No electricity flows through the air. Above all, when the high voltage is supplied, that is 0.01 mercury is given to that, a greenish glow is started from the walls of the discharge tube of anode. In the anode, what is there? From the anode, it goes to cathode only. After they pass the electricity, anode to cathode. What is the greenish glow? Glow means what? One power like. ஒரு வெளிச்சம் போல அப்படி வருது glow. Okay. This observation clearly shows some invisible ray coming from the cathode. Hence, it is known as cathode rays. They are started from cathode and come towards the anode, and they are known as cathode rays and known as electron. Then, what are the properties of cathode rays? Very first, what's the subatomic particle found means cathode only. That is electrons only. Properties of cathode rays. From the anode, it starts from cathode. Cathode rays travel in straight line from the cathode towards anode. Cathode rays are made up of material particles which has mass and kinetic energy. They are travel in the straight line. What are the properties? First, they are travel in the straight line. What are the properties of cathode? First one is they travel in straight line. They are made up of material particles which have mass and kinetic energy. The rays has mass and kinetic energy. Energy which is moving is known as what? Kinetic energy. Energy which is rest is known as potential energy. Two kinds of energy. One is potential, other one is kinetic. Potential energy is in the resting stage. Kinetic energy is the moving stage. For example, raining, the water is what? Kinetic energy. அதே நம்ம டேமில் ஸ்டோர் பண்ணி வச்சுருக்கோம் வாட்டர், அதை ஸ்டோர் பண்ணி அப்படியே சும்மா ஸ்டாக்னண்ட்டாக தான் நிற்கும், அது பொட்டன்ஷியல் எனர்ஜி. கிளியர்? ஸோ தே ரேஸ் as மாஸ் as well as kinetic energy. It deflected both electric and magnetic field. They are negatively charged particle. They are deflected, they are moved away from the magnetic field and electric field, and they say they are negatively charged particles. Negatively charged particle. The nature of the cathode rays does not depend on the nature of the gas filled inside the tube or cathode used. So, though different electrode used also, it is not depending on that. Clear? These are the things said by J.J. Thomson. He is making experiment and finding out. Cathode rays, that electron was named by J.J. Thomson. First they found electron, then they discover protons. Next one is discovery of protons. That is, negatively charged particle means they are always neutral. So it is understood some negative charge particle means same amount of positive charge particle also present in the atom. So the other scientist came forward and he has found the protons. Protons are positively charged and the number of electrons and protons are same in an atom. This is stated by other scientist. His name is what? Goldstein. Protons was discovered by Goldstein. So this is experimented and he has started from anode rays. Okay children, let me continue in the class. Other class, I'll explain very clearly what is discovery of protons. Okay, thank you.